We live in a world that glorifies the hustle. We are bombarded with images of private jets, sprawling mansions, and champagne wishes. From the moment we are conscious of the world around us, we are fed a singular narrative: more is better. A bigger house, a faster car, a fatter bank account. We are told that these things are the milestones of success, the markers of a life well lived. We work, we strive, we sacrifice, all with the promise that just over the next financial horizon lies contentment. But then, a strange thing happens. You get the promotion. You buy the watch you've been eyeing for years. You hit the savings goal that once seemed impossible. And for a moment, a fleeting moment, there is a rush. A hit of dopamine that feels like satisfaction. But if you are honest with yourself, you know what comes next. The silence after the purchase, the glance at the next model up, the creeping thought, is this it? This is the paradox of our modern existence. The more we have, the more we want. The goalposts of satisfaction are not fixed. They are on wheels, constantly moving, just out of reach as we run towards them. So, we must ask the uncomfortable question: why do I still want more money and material things, no matter how much I already have? And more importantly, how do we step off this treadmill? How do we find that elusive state of being satisfied and content in life? To understand this insatiable hunger, we have to look at the root of desire itself. We often think we are rational beings making logical choices. We believe we want the car because it is well engineered, or the house because we need the space. But the Buddha, over 2,500 years ago, diagnosed the human condition with startling accuracy. He spoke of tanha, often translated as thirst or craving. This thirst is not a simple wish for an object. It is a deep-seated, psychological state of dependency. It is the feeling that without this thing, we are incomplete. We attach our sense of self, our happiness, to external objects. The Buddha taught that this very craving is the origin of suffering. It's not the object itself that is the problem, but our attachment to it. Our belief that it holds the key to our permanent happiness. This is where the hedonic treadmill, a concept from modern psychology, comes into play. It perfectly describes this phenomenon. We work hard to achieve something, we get a temporary boost in happiness, and then we rapidly adapt to the new normal. The mansion becomes just home. The luxury car becomes just the car. Our baseline level of happiness returns to its default setting, and we immediately look for the next thing that we believe will give us that boost again. We are running on a treadmill, exerting immense energy, but never actually getting anywhere new in terms of our fundamental well-being. But why is this treadmill so powerful today? Why does it feel like we are running faster than ever before? To answer that, we have to look at the society we have built. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, writing nearly 2,000 years ago in his Letters on the Shortness of Life, observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He was speaking about time, but his wisdom applies directly to desire. He also noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Seneca understood that poverty is not defined by what you have, but by what you want. And in our modern world, this poverty is engineered. We live in a culture of manufactured dissatisfaction. Advertisements don't just sell products. They sell identities. They sell the idea that you are one purchase away from being the person you want to be. They create a gap between your current self and your ideal self, and then offer to fill that gap with a commodity. Think about it. A watch isn't just a tool to tell time. It's a symbol of success, precision, and legacy. A car isn't just for transport. It's a statement of freedom, power, and style. We are not buying things. We are buying narratives about ourselves. And because our identity is a fluid, ever-changing thing, these narratives are never permanently satisfying. We buy the watch that represents the person we want to be today, only to discover tomorrow that we want to be a slightly different person, requiring a slightly different watch. This is the trap of materialism. It promises to fill a void, but it actually deepens it by constantly reminding us of what we lack. So, we have diagnosed the problem, an insatiable craving, fed by a consumerist culture that keeps us on a hedonic treadmill. The question remains, how do we get off? The answer, paradoxically, is not to abandon all material wealth and live in a cave. That is a valid path for some, but for most of us, living in the world, the goal is not to have nothing, but to have nothing own us. It is to change our relationship with what we have and what we desire. Let's turn to the wisdom of Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher who was born a slave. He taught the fundamental principle of control. He said, "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." Epictetus would argue that money, material possessions, reputation, and even our health are externals. They are things we can influence, but ultimately we cannot control them. They can be taken away by a market crash, a fire, or a thief. If we place our happiness in these things, we place our happiness on the most fragile of foundations. What is within our control? Our judgments, our values, our desires, and our aversions. In short, our character and our will. The Stoics believed that true freedom and contentment come from focusing all our energy on what we can control, and being indifferent to what we cannot. This is the concept of apatheia, not apathy in the modern sense of not caring, but a state of being where you are not disturbed by external events. This doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy a nice meal or a comfortable home. It means you should enjoy it while it is there, but without clinging to it, without needing it to be happy. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "Receive wealth or prosperity without arrogance, and be ready to let it go." This leads us directly to the practical solution, the practice of mindfulness and gratitude. Drawn from Buddhist teachings and now backed by modern neuroscience, mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When we are mindful, we stop living in the future, where our desires live. We stop living in the past, where our regrets and past purchases live. We simply are, and in that state of being, we often realize that right here, right now, we have everything we need. Thich Nhat Hanh, the beloved Zen master, put it beautifully: the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. He taught that we can find immense joy in simple things: the warmth of the sun on our skin, the taste of a tangerine, the sound of a child's laughter. These are real, tangible sources of happiness that cost nothing and are available to us at every moment. The problem is, we are too busy chasing the imagined happiness of the future to notice the real happiness of the present. Gratitude is the active, conscious counterpart to mindfulness. It is the practice of looking at what you have, rather than what you lack. It is the direct antidote to the poison of craving. Consider this: the desire for more is essentially a statement of lack. It says, "What I have is not enough." Gratitude says, "What I have is a gift." When you shift from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance, your entire emotional world changes. You realize that you are not poor because you don't have a yacht. You are rich because you have your health, your loved ones, your mind, and the very capacity to experience life. Seneca, again, offers a perfect practice for this. He advised, "Let us greedily enjoy what is before us." He encouraged his students to regularly reflect on their blessings and to imagine life without them. This isn't a morbid exercise. It is a way to jolt ourselves out of taking things for granted. Imagine losing your sight for a day. Suddenly, the ability to see the colors of a sunset becomes the most precious treasure imaginable. Now, let's address a powerful counterargument. If we all become content with what we have, wouldn't that kill ambition? Wouldn't that stop progress? Would we have the wheel, the light bulb, or the iPhone if people were simply satisfied? This is a critical distinction. There is a profound difference between driven desire and creative ambition. Driven desire is the compulsive, fearful need to acquire for the sake of filling a void. It is neurotic and ultimately unsatisfying. Creative ambition, on the other hand, is the desire to express, to build, to solve, to contribute. It comes from a place of passion and purpose, not from a place of lack. Look at the great minds of history. Albert Einstein didn't pursue physics to get rich. He was driven by a deep curiosity about the universe. He said, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." His motivation was wonder, not acquisition. Consider the poet Maya Angelou. She wrote and spoke not for material gain, but to illuminate the human experience, to give voice to the voiceless. Her work came from a place of profound purpose and a desire to connect. Steve Jobs, a man who built one of the most valuable companies in history, famously said, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." He was a perfectionist, driven by a vision to create tools that were both beautiful and intuitive. Was he ambitious? Immensely, but his ambition was for the creation itself, for the intersection of technology and the liberal arts, not merely for the wealth that followed. The goal, then, is not to kill the fire inside you. The goal is to refine its fuel. Instead of fueling your life with the anxious need to have more stuff, fuel it with the passionate desire to do more good, to create more beauty, to learn more deeply, and to love more fully. So, how do we translate all of this ancient and modern wisdom into our daily lives? How do we live in a world of target while cultivating the heart of a Stoic and the mind of a Buddhist? Here are 3 practical steps. Step 1. The pause and the probe. Before you make a purchase or dedicate immense energy to chasing a material goal, pause. This is your mindfulness in action. And then probe your own mind. Ask yourself honestly, why do I want this? Sit with the discomfort of the question. Is this desire born out of a genuine need or a genuine passion? Or is it born out of comparison? Did I see my neighbor with it? Did an ad convince me that I would be more lovable, more respected, or more complete if I had it? Are you buying this because you need it? Or because you are trying to fill a different kind of emptiness, perhaps loneliness, insecurity, or boredom? The Bhagavad Gita, the ancient Indian scripture, speaks to this inner conflict. It describes the nature of desire and anger as stemming from the quality of rajas, or passion, which agitates the mind. Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to conquer desire, not by suppressing it, but by understanding its nature and by anchoring oneself in a higher wisdom. The Gita teaches that a person who gives up all desires for sense gratification, who lives free from desires, who has given up all proprietary rights, he becomes purified of all disturbances and attains peace. This probe is that moment of higher wisdom. It breaks the automatic link between the stimulus seeing the thing and the reaction wanting the thing. It creates a space of conscious choice. Step 2. Practice the art of subtraction. We live in an age of accumulation. We are taught that growth means adding, but true contentment often comes from subtraction. Look at the life of Henry David Thoreau. He went to Walden Pond to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life. He stripped away the non-essential, the unnecessary possessions, the frantic pace of society to discover what was truly real. He found that by having less, he was actually experiencing more. He wrote, "A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone." Try this. Dedicate a weekend to decluttering a single room in your house. Don't just organize it. Look at each object and ask, does this add value to my life, or is it just adding clutter to my space and my mind? Donate or sell what you don't need. Pay attention to how you feel in that space afterwards. The physical lightness often translates to a mental lightness. This practice extends beyond physical possessions. Subtract the time you spend scrolling through social media, comparing your life to the curated highlights of others. Subtract the noise of news and opinions that don't serve you. Subtract the commitments that drain your energy rather than fulfilling you. By creating empty space in your life, you make room for contentment to naturally arise. Step 3. Cultivate the wealth of connection. The ultimate antidote to the love of things is the love of people. Material possessions are a poor substitute for human connection. You cannot hug a sports car. A designer handbag will never listen to your problems. A bigger house feels empty if it isn't filled with laughter and love. The Greek philosopher Epicurus, whose name is unfairly associated with hedonistic excess, actually taught that the highest pleasure was found in simple living, friendship, and the absence of fear and pain. He said, "Of all the things that wisdom provides for living one's entire life in happiness, the greatest by far is the possession of friendship. Invest your time and energy in your relationships. Have a deep, uninterrupted conversation with a friend. Play a game with your children. Cook a meal for your partner and sit down to eat it without the TV on. Call your parents. These moments of genuine connection are the true treasures of a life. They don't depreciate. They can't be stolen. And they pay dividends of joy that compound over time. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a final thought from a modern icon, the poet and philosopher Khalil Gibran. In his masterpiece, The Prophet, he speaks on the subject of giving and possessions. He writes, "And what of possession? You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth." While he speaks of children, the metaphor applies to our possessions too. We are the bows, and our resources are money, our things, our talents are the arrows. We are here to aim them, to send them forth into the world to create good. We are not here to clutch the arrows tightly to our chests. hoarding them in a desperate attempt to feel safe or whole. The desire for more is not inherently evil. It is a powerful energy, a fire. But fire can burn down your house, or it can warm it. It can destroy, or it can forge. The choice is yours. When the fire of desire is fueled by fear and lack, it burns you out, leaving you exhausted and empty, always chasing the next thing. But when that same fire is fueled by purpose, passion, and love, it illuminates your path. It warms the hearts of those around you. It forges a life of meaning. The goal is not to stop wanting. The goal is to want the right things. To want depth over status. To want experiences over objects. To want connection over attention. To want peace over excitement. The secret to feeling satisfied and content in life is not found at the top of the mountain of more. It is found in the valley of what you already have, if you only stop running long enough to look. It is in the breath you just took. It is in the thoughts you are thinking right now. It is in the potential of this very moment. Don't wait until you have everything to finally enjoy anything. Start now. Look around you. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Appreciate the people in your life. The wealth you are searching for is already here, waiting for you to notice it.